Hi, my name is Ankita and I am a 19-year-old currently living in Bangalore. I don't have a startup, nor do I have a million followers, neither do I have some crazy success story to tell you guys. In fact, I was confused for a very long time in my life. But however, I have a story to tell you guys. This was back in 2024 when I was in class 10th and my results got announced on 22nd of July. But before that, you need to know that after every board exam I gave, I was coming back to my home, going into my room, straight up closing the door and crying for hours because I thought I didn't make up for this 1 mark question. I was that dedicated to academics back then. And as my result came, I began checking with 10, 9, 8 and like this. And I went up till number 5, my name wasn't there. And I started crying like anything. Then someone from my family opened up that sheet and I was on number 1 and nobody couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it as well, and that is probably the only academic thing I'm most proud of. And then the story begins ahead. Like in 11th class, the only option was science and PCM, so I started preparing for JEE in 11th. I was going to school, preparing for mocks on the weekend and attending coaching for JEE. And I used to never perform in my mock test. My confidence went from here to like this, and that was probably the worst part of my life. And a lot of things were going on back then too. And as every JEE student calculates, even I did the calculation, there are 16 lakh students giving exam, and out of those only 17,000 are going to get in IITs. But this is not the worst case till now. 2 lakh students approximately are going to get in some other government colleges or whatever. But what about the 14 lakhs? I know this is not a very influential or powerful question, but the question is relevant, and there we come to know about a lot of other colleges, private colleges. But that question stuck in my mind because it was not just about colleges, it was about life in general. Why is that some people attain to their potential but some are not even just moving forward in life? They are just stuck in the same loop. And I have been asking a lot of questions to myself since then, and I didn't found the solutions to all of them. However, I wanted to figure it out together, and that's when I bumped into this book called Atomic Habits, and it changed a lot from my perspective to just the fact that even if you change your path by 1 degree today, it could give you massive, immense outputs in future. Since then, I have been fallen in love with learning in general, not academics, not exams. And yeah, I love reading books, exploring ideas, creating content, building new stuff, talking to people, sharing my ideas to people, whether through camera or in person. And yeah, that's what you'll be getting on this channel too. If you're someone who is curious, ambitious and want to build a life that you are proud of, I think you'll feel home here.